Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Dark Rooms podcast. My name is Ozone, and I'm doing the intro today. As per usual, we are being joined by our very own DJ music man, Inkyink, someone who could potentially pull off being a robot, _ and superstar but super sus imposter psychic. And today we're talking about security breach theories. Everything from Princess Quest to the Blob and more. How are you guys?
Good.
I am ready to talk about how crappy Security Breach's story is. And
I'm feeling
all the little fun.
I'm feeling kind of sus. I got my purple Among Us plush next to me. That's not a joke.
Nice.
And I'm ready
You
to
have an
record.
Among Us plush?
Sure, you want me
I have
to
an Among Us stamp.
See, I knew you were sus.
I'm always
This
sus.
is awful. It's 2022, guys.
Anyway, last season we introduced everyone to our new segment, the Weekly Scoop. It was very unsuccessful. Unfortunately, everyone hated them, and _ killed one of them by putting a burnt pizza in the oven.
He deserved it.
It was definitely _. Anyway, now
Oxygen
we have
yeah,
a
sure.
better crew.
Wait,
Definitely.
actually,
Sorry?
didn't
Oh
two
yeah,
of them
one
die?
of them.
2 of them died. Cause
I don't.
Wait, really?
I think Waterman went missing, but I don't know if he died. I heard he got pushed off a bridge, but I think people can survive that depending on the height of the
True.
bridge.
Oxygen,
We
she's
never
dead.
cared about any of them anyway.
I mean, Oxygen
Yeah,
is pretty
Oxygen died,
flammable. Pretty flammable, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
None of us
No,
cared
no.
about them anyway, so it doesn't really matter to us.
Psychic's got a point.
None of them mattered. Anyway,
So what do you think we'll end up doing for like news segments now?
Well, we have a better crew for season 2. So
Whoa!
everyone, welcome the cast of the Sneakly Woop.
The what?
The what?
Whoa.
Huh?
The Sneakly Woop. I don't know. They came up with the name.
Okay then. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sneakly Woop. I'm Joel Gellersby, your charismatic host, and today we've got a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's news for you to enjoy today. First off, I'm going to be passing it over to our general FNaF news expert, Biology. Over to you.
Thanks, Gallersby. So we got a little bit of news. There was an update patch on December 23rd that fixed some issues, and most importantly, added a recharge station. Wait, no, they added a save station at 6 a.m., which many people were very happy about. Some other things, like some U2s, were announced that are very interesting to look at. I am very excited for them. That's almost everything, except for the fact that some of the Fazbear Initiative games are also starting to get some merch, that's very good for those small indie developers. Anyways, back to you, Gellersby.
Thank you very much, Biology. That's very interesting news you got there. Next up, I believe we've got Hyphen with FNaF AR news. Over to you.
You know, there's not much going on, as always, but I would say, what was it? Someone spotted that on, I believe it was Funko's website, they mysteriously dropped a chocolate Freddy t-shirt, which I guess is good considering the fact that the official Illumix FNaF AR merch shop has been down for literally months, but we've also seen the previews of 5 brand new FNaF AR action figures and 3 exclusive versions of those action figures, which apparently are already kind of in stores, but they shouldn't be. I don't really know. And then the most recent animatronic is Funtime Freddy. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Hyphen. I greatly value your work on this team. Next up, over to you. You're the new one. Nitrogen, was it?
Yeah. Sup, everyone. The name's Nitrogen. You can just call me N. This is the Fazbear Sports News. So, Due to unknown reasons, the Felix the Shark match is now being held on the 5th of April. I already know the results, but whatever. Team Tales from the Pizzaplex are getting at least 2 new players this year, Lally's Game and Haps, while Security Breach is getting its own Freddy files and an official character encyclopedia. The cover was made by a 5-year-old. Apart from that, the graphic novels team are getting a new look with unreadable words, but whatever. The volleyball team are smashing the internet. Make sure if you get DMs from them, you block them. Anyway, that was the Fazbear Sports News. Back to you, Joel.
Thank you, Nitrogen, or is it N, like the Pokemon character? Yeah, he's pretty cool. You're probably pretty cool too. Anyways, that is just about everything for this issue of the Sneakily Woop. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time with the news. Is it just me, or were those guys, like, almost weirder than the other ones?
They were... Yeah. They're weird, but at least they're somewhat competent so far?
I guess. They also seemed a little bit nicer. Like, the Waterman guy always mistreated Overline.
I don't know. I'm a bit scared of them, honestly.
I mean, the Nitrogen fella is pretty intimidating.
I think they're pretty cool. I think they'll be our new best friends.
He's got really big muscles. Like, he's got, like, a massive 6-pack as well and stuff. He's like the buffest guy you could ever meet.
Okay, Ozone.
How do you know that? It's a dark room. I thought we can't see them.
Ozone brought...
Anyway, Security Breach theories.
Yeah, Security Breach. The story
I have
and
night
the
vision.
theories.
I have eyes like Roxanne.
Oh wow, what a nice relevant tie-in you've brought in there. So where do we want to start with story and lore for Security Breach?
Well, first of all, I think we should say that we're going to do MatPat's theories and stuff in a different episode, I think.
Yeah. So all the stuff about Gregory identity, Vanessa identity, Freddy identity, everybody's identities, like secret superhero identity, I don't know. That's all going to be saved for another day. We're going to talk about, like, the main story and what we do know of the lore, like all like the little lore bags and all the like what happened to Glamrock Bonnie, like, you know, is he gonna come back? We don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So enjoy. Yes. Where do we start? Do we want to just start with the premise?
Sure. So the premise of Security Breach is you are a boy in a mall. The end.
True.
The end.
The end.
You like sneak into little Fred man, and
so
you're all like, "Don't die."
Yeah, I think something that like was very jarring was that we don't get to know a lot about our main character.
Gregory.
Yeah, and we can't go too far into that because like that's the MatPat territory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
I just remember
we don't know a lot about him.
It starts the game. There's a cutscene. Then suddenly Freddy passes out from like shock. He had too much drink, and then he wakes up.
No, he didn't have enough to drink. He was dehydrated.
I know how that feels.
He has a hangover, and he's like, "Wait a minute! I suddenly have a child in my stomach."
What?
Dude, rephrase.
Wait a minute. This sounds like a very different Security Breach game.
When you have too much to drink and then you have a baby in your stomach.
No. We need. Oh no. Okay. Let's rephrase that. So Freddy passes out because he detects some kind of threat.
Oh my god.
And it's like a child or something, because children are scary, you know.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up. And there's a tiny man hiding inside his chest.
Tiny man.
I'm not touching this.
So Freddy has a C-section.
No, but yes. Basically, there's Gregory, and he shows up out of nowhere. And oh gosh, what have we done? Gregory, we don't know anything about him. He's a mysterious little chap. We find out he's homeless later, and that was like, oh, I guess that's why he knows
Snuck
how
in.
to do things and like isn't in the database.
'Cause
But
he
like,
snuck in, maybe.
yeah, he snuck in definitely. But like,
Freddy kicked
what's
him
his
out.
deal? Who knows? Anyways, yeah, Freddy tries to help him out and escape. You know, Freddy's a good guy this time, which like I think that's one of the few story things that was cool in Security Breach.
This is the first Five Nights at Freddy's game where Freddy is one of the main characters.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's also the first Five Nights at
Oh my
Freddy's
God,
game
that's
that
so
isn't
true.
Five Nights.
Yeah,
True.
the first
Damn
one.
it.
Yeah,
Actually, no, none of the games have been 5 nights. There's always been more.
well, yeah, but
This was
This
5. This was 6 hours at Freddy's.
6
my God.
hours at Freddy's. Which is a lot less of an intimidating title.
And it's not even 6 hours. It's more than that as well.
If you stay longer, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, you're there
But
from like
yeah,
11:30.
it's like-
to,
it's a- there's
7
a-
a.m.
yeah, there's a trade-off. We get Freddy as a main character, but it's no longer Five Nights. Perfectly balanced, you know?
As all
The
things should be.
Thanos.
As all
yeah.
things should be.
I was thinking of saying it.
Someone
I think
was,
we all,
someone was going to. It's one of those things where if you don't
And
say
so-
it, somebody's going
so,
to.
like, we
Yeah.
all did. We all had it in our hearts.
And just like Thanos, Freddy has 6 Infinity Stones.
No.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think
Care to
Did we
elaborate?
play different games, Ozone?
I was
turn
watching
your
you play.
freaking mods off, my guy.
Oh, that's
I want to see the Thanos mod for Security Breach.
I was modding like Dream.
Oh
Uh,
my gosh.
Oh gosh, oh no.
So
Let's get into some
Freddy,
actual theorizing.
yeah, Freddy helps Gregory to the exit, but they have like really bad timing because it closes, and they're locked in. Oh no, what are they gonna do? Probably die because all the other animatronics are mysteriously after them and like kind of crazy. And you know you gotta go to the different places. You meet all these different shenaniganized people, and
And you go on some wacky
they-
adventures with your
yeah,
new
you go on some
friend.
wacky hijinks adventures, and there's glitches, and you murder them slowly one by one, and steal their body parts to upgrade your friend.
Who then gets upset
This-
at you for killing
Yeah,
your
this
friend.
this is sounding like I don't know, a
Darker?
Fazbear Frights. Yeah, no, I think it'd be a cool Fazbear Frights thing.
The idea, but
Tail-
not in the
Tales of the
execution
Pizza
of Security Breach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like think about it. Like, what if there was like a Fazbear Frights story?
Tales from the Pizza.
And this would be like one of the like I know Fazbear Frights is dark, but this would be one of the darkest things. Imagine there's like a Fazbear Frights story where this guy has like a dying friend, and and it's like kept vague for most of the story, but they go out and actually like kill people and steal their body parts to try and put their friend back together. And he doesn't know that it's other people until like he's complete and he's like better again. And it's like,
What have you done?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that'd be a cool story.
Oh my god.
Maybe Fazbear
It can be
Writes.
called He Told Me Nothing.
Nah.
Did
He
you
told me
say that?
nothing.
You gotta be kidding me.
He told me nothing so good.
That's so
amazing.
cursed. That's so cursed.
He told me nothing.
I didn't.
nothing.
I didn't expect it to get you guys so good.
That's so good.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's the plot of Security Breach. And
He
you
told me
confront-
freaking nothing.
he didn't tell me. Anyways, so 6 a.m. rolls around and you have an option to leave. There's a bunch of different endings you can get. None of them are really all that interesting except for like the ones that are.
That logic makes sense.
Wow. Captain Obvious over here.
You can leave and go back to your homeless box and sleep in newspapers and get shanked, or you can hijack a car and ride out into the sunset
That
and
is
then
the
realize
stupidest ending.
that Freddy is out of batteries, and then use car battery to make him not out of battery,
So he
and
find
and so he's fine forever for sure. Totally won't have to do that a few more times. And then if the car battery is gone, what's he gonna do? Like pull him up to the shop and go, "Hey, my pal here that I totally didn't steal.
charge him up.
Charge him up, please. Don't ask questions. Don't send him back." I'm getting deja vu for some reason. Did we talk about this before? Like, no. Okay.
We might have said something
there's
similar
one where
during
Freddy-
the stream.
Freddy burns. Yeah, probably somewhere during the stream.
Oh, not
Freddy
the
burns down
not
the
the plushie ending.
Pizzaplex.
The stupid
The
golden
plushie ending. Freddy burns down the Pizzaplex, and Vanny is like
dead.
dead, but also not, and it's weird.
Basically,
Uh.
Vanny grabs Gregory. Then Freddy's like, "Hey, yo, that's my child," and like pushes her off the building.
But like he goes the extra mile. Like this is a big, heavy, probably like pack-in robot as far as like muscle strength.
True.
Theoretically, if he had muscles, and yet he decides to lunge at her instead of just pushing her off the roof, so that he falls off the roof as well.
Shattered Freddy.
Yeah, really dumb play by good old Frederick. But he's dead now. And Vanessa's dead, or Vanny, if they're the same person, because we don't know, because Vanessa's on the roof and it's all burning, and it's like, oh, why is it complicated?
It's Fazgoo.
It's maybe,
No.
I don't know. Nobody knows. Is it a spirit? Is it a twin? Is it a clone? Is it Dr. Phil? I don't know.
Yes.
Dr. Phil in
and then the last
Security Breach?
ending,
That's just a theory. A game theory.
just a theory, a game theory. Gregory is Dr. Phil reincarnated. And the last ending, of course, is the most interesting one, I guess, because you go into the basement and it's like, wait a second, there's a building down here. Buildings don't belong in basements, and you go in there and there's like a blob. Wait a minute, blobs don't belong in buildings. Yeah, you see where this is going. And there's Afton, and he doesn't belong there either, and you burn him a few times, and then you escape, and the blob takes him away and like doesn't do anything with him, because honestly, if like 2 different fires isn't enough to kill this guy, what is one blob boy gonna do? It's a very unsatisfying ending.
So
But those are
Inky.
yeah,
Apparently that boss
that's-
fight's supposed to be a lot harder than my playthrough, because in my playthrough Roxy
Yeah.
wouldn't leave, and so so
Right.
she was just
So-
there for the entire one. I didn't interact with
it
the
was
blob.
bugged. Yeah,
I didn't
No,
have-
actually, you want even more information? It's not bugged. There's a way to get rid of Roxy that is never established anywhere in the entire game. Do you want to know how to get rid of Roxy?
Is it
game design, love that.
Do you know how to get rid of Roxy?
is it
I have no
is it
idea.
the Chica screech?
No. If you call Freddy over while she's in the room, he'll make a noise instead of coming over, and she'll like listen to that noise and leave.
Bruh.
That's how you get rid of her.
You know, that's a really cool and unique concept that I really like, and that should probably have been in the game.
And it
No,
is in the
sorry,
game. That's
it's
how you get rid of
it's
her.
February.
Oh, I agree. It's definitely in the game, but it might as well not be if they don't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
You're
That
supposed
was-
to then fight Monty and then fight the Blob
Yeah.
while killing.
Wait, the blob was in
the
that box?
Yeah,
Blob
so-
eventually shows up.
Yeah, so Inky,
What? I thought it was just Chica,
you not see
Roxy,
that?
and Monty.
No, the
Nope.
blob comes
Yeah.
out of like the little sewer grates that are on the floor and ceiling, and it's like his tentacles swing around, making the fight like super difficult.
That
So
would
you
have
gotta-
been
That as well.
extremely cool.
I know.
So you got to avoid. Well, you got to avoid touching him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to see that now.
We'll look up a playthrough where they do it.
Yeah.
I think Daco might have it,
wow.
but it's actually it actually makes it like a lot more difficult and scary.
Almost every
Instead,
YouTuber
yeah.
I watched never got that because Roxy just wouldn't leave. They had to hide behind the bed and juke around Roxy. every
Right,
day.
that's
But
what, that
like
was
I
like the
did.
strat everyone discovered. Yeah,
Like
it was
I
just
did.
hide behind the bed.
And
go
then
do the
Monty
thing.
came through the ceiling vent, not
The vent,
the
yeah.
vent above
The
the
wall
one
vent.
the wall vent. That's what I meant. And then Chica came down the other doorway. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Chica
That-
was never
very unsatisfying.
Yeah, Chica is one of the easiest animatronics because she always
underwhelming.
is able to be blasted with the phaser
Yeah.
blaster and camera.
Yeah, just like the rest of the game's story, that ending and that boss fight is very unsatisfying and underwhelming. Let's talk about it.
I like the idea that room is Henry's room.
Oh yeah.
It's a good idea, but I don't like the fact that we're there in the first place.
I know you don't, Inky.
Do you mean the pizza place?
I do not like the pizza place coming back. I was ready for Afton to come back because it would be a new body built by Vanny and infected with the glitch trap virus. That I was okay with. I would still rather a completely new villain, like Vanny, but it would be great if she was in the story.
I agree with Vanny.
Man, I wish
To me, before the game... Sorry.
I wish Vanny was in Security Breach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember
I-
Oh, you first.
before the game came out, I was always like, oh, I bet Fredbear's is going to be under the Pizzaplex. I bet we're going to find Fredbear's and Afton's going to be crawling out of it. But now that I see it's the pizza place, I think that makes a lot more sense. And
It
I
does.
think it's cooler.
It does make a lot of sense, yeah.
Some people think that the pizza place
It
is
is-
Fredbear's.
I mean, I remember that. as
That's
well.
very true. I actually like that theory.
Well, it's just the repurposed Fredbear's
Yeah.
from the diner, but it's not really Fredbear's if it was repurposed, but it is still I guess.
Right, and that's why the old posters are there. Like, they made it make sense, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it fell into a sinkhole. They built on top of it to cover it up because they didn't want
Yeah.
any.
Or
bad
they built the
PR.
sinkhole on top of it.
Can you build a
Um,
sinkhole?
Can't. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, wait. I meant landfill. They built a
Yeah,
landfill.
it fell in. It sunk down. They covered it in trash.
Also,
they built a mall
that
over
does
it.
also-
They didn't want anybody finding that.
I just thought about this now. It does make sense that it's a pizza place because in one of the endings, isn't there like a landfill around the pizza place?
That rings a bell, maybe.
Wait.
I believe so. I believe so.
What? Say that again.
But
You
my
mean in FNAF
problem.
6?
In one of the FNAF 6 endings, like, it shows the pizza place, but it's surrounded by landfills.
I'll have a look for you. I'll have a look.
Thanks.
Maybe.
But, like, yeah, they made it make sense from a technical standpoint, but I don't like that they did that. You know?
I had
That's
never
like-
actually.
Would you rather it be bad and
My-
unexplained?
No. I'd rather they don't. I'd rather they don't bring back the pizza place, because it undoes FNAF 6.
Well,
Undoes.
it was pretty much already undone at this point. I mean,
Not quite, because now we've got the blob. I would be fine. I would be more fine if the blob didn't exist, because the blob. I mean, I've heard people counter this by saying like the puppet's mask doesn't have tears, and that the circus baby, like, frame doesn't have a soul anymore. But for all intents and purposes, it seems like everyone survived the fire except
Yeah.
Henry and Michael,
I
Which-
believe so.
which sucks. I don't like that at all. Cool speech, Henry's big speech. One of my favorite moments in the FNAF series, and it means nothing. It's just another example of how, instead of trying to, like, go forward with new ideas, which Security Breach is full of, this was like the new ideas FNAF game. Yet in the story, I don't know, maybe they planned on doing more but had to cut a lot, because like
Yeah.
the rest of the game. But it feels almost like an afterthought, like, we don't have enough room for the story, let's just, like, backtrack on a few elements we know worked in the past and see if that works.
well, also,
And it
we
did
have to
not, in my
discuss
opinion.
how much of this was like Steel Wool's doing and how much of it was Scott's doing.
yeah,
Because in the interview wasn't Ray McCaffrey's his name? Wasn't he like, Scott would give us something and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is, but Scott was like, I know what this is. Put this in the game.
yeah, I take it that was, you know,
A lack of communication caused issues.
I think they communicated.
Yeah.
Even
another thing I think that was
don't
the
know.
thing
Even if-
was the
Even if this
facilitation
was,
room.
yeah,
I think that
yeah, that's probably part of it as well. I do think Scott was involved in the story. Like, I'm not trying to pin blame on Steelwool or Scott, like, oh, someone's ruining the story.
Yeah.
Either way, we know Scott had influence, and as much as, like, I respect Scott for the series and the story, if he had a say in this, which we know he did as far as the story, I completely disagree with the direction it went.
Well, I mean, that's okay. We don't have to like the
Yeah.
story. Like, and
I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, if you like the story, good for you. Like, we're not the be all end all of
Yeah.
opinions. We're not.
We
trying
are just because we're for, like, random people on the internet in a call together talking about FNAF. We're not the baseline for opinions
Yeah,
on this franchise.
and some of
So
us.
if you like Security Breach's story, good for you. I'm glad you could enjoy it. I personally really do not like it.
Thank you.
Which is also valid. It's also valid to like it. It's also valid to not like it. Which,
Yeah.
and it's also okay just to be in the middle. Just as long as you're respectful.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So we briefly mentioned the blob. Do we want to
We could talk about the blog.
continue talking about that?
I love the Blob. I had a
Yeah,
great theory discussion about it just last night.
I don't even want to call it the Blob.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a dumb name. First of all, let's get that out of the way.
Along with Burn Trap. Burn Trap.
Can we call
Burn
it?
Trap.
I wish it was called the Goo.
the goo?
Can we call it the Fazbear Conglomerate?
I'd like that. It's a bit of a
That's a
mouthful, so
cooler name.
I don't think they would ever accept that name. But I like that name.
Yeah, I like
In
the
my
name,
resource drive, that's what I have it called. I don't even call it the Blob. That's what I named it, and I think
It
it's
sounds a bit more like a business than an entity, but I like it nonetheless.
It's a
the
business entity.
Fazbear Conglomerate.
Its
Like,
name doesn't really matter. Like its
Yeah,
name
like
isn't called out
slap
in the
a
game.
It
slap a
still
tie,
stands.
slap a tie on the blob, and it's the Fazbear Conglomerate.
It's like,
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about Blob Freddy, but that's just like, it's such a weird name. Like, it's like we have Molten
They don't
Freddy,
even have Freddy.
but
It's literally just called the Blob.
I thought it was Blob Freddy. That's what I remember
Nah,
when we
it's
first...
the Blob.
That's even worse.
I'm pretty sure it's officially the Blob. Yeah, it is worse. And like, where'd he get the Funtime Freddy mask? Because if it's supposed
FNaF.
to, if it, oh maybe I guess, but like, if it was supposed to be Molten Freddy, why not keep the Molten
But
Freddy
Funtime
mask?
Freddy only came out a month ago.
The thing has 3 left Bonnie arms.
I love the 3 left
Yeah.
arms.
Interesting. Did he like?
So
And a lot of endo parts.
So I'm assuming FNaF AR, like, they, because FNaF AR, technically, nobody wants it to, but it did happen. It's a real service,
Yeah.
and probably there's some scrapped animatronics from that thing in there.
And
See-
Afton is under control of them as well.
Those animatronics get around.
It makes
See the Fazbear Conglomerate. He took a little bit too much inspiration from Pokemon Go when it came to playing FNAF AR. He caught them all. That is literally what he did.
Holy crap.
He is the Pokemon master of the FNAF universe. He is Ash Ketchum.
Gotta catch 'em all.
But that's
There they
that's
are.
just a theory. That's just a theory. A game.
the
theory.
Fazbear conglomeration is at Ash Ketchum.
No. Don't do
Let's
this.
slap that on a game theory thumbnail. I want to see that.
Don't do
It's
this.
Pikachu!
Someone out there, someone in the audience, please submit it to Ozone's
Oh, yeah.
Discord server. I want to see
And
a
of
game theory
course.
thumbnail of the blob is Ash Ketchum.
Afton is
waiting.
Pikachu.
No.
And don't remember to use the hashtag Hey Little Guy for 10% off your game theory merch.
What are they buying?
That's a good thing, actually.
So, what do you guys think about Charlotte and Elizabeth then, with their eyes out?
You mean them still being alive or dead or whatever? What's up with them?
Have they passed on? Are they in the blob? Are they not in the blob?
Obviously,
Someone else.
Are they
first.
playing Pokemon Go?
they're in the arcade machines.
Cassidy's definitely in the arcade machine.
Yeah.
We know that.
I
We'll
think
get
we
to
can
that
agree with that.
probably in a bit. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Princess Quest ending.
I
That's
was
like the
joking.
actual, probably only good actual ending
True.
for the game. But even then, they don't explain much. Like you have to play FNAF VR and AR to know what's going on there.
Yeah.
So again, bad story design as far as presentation. Even then, but
Yeah.
Charlotte and Elizabeth, their masks are there. Are they there? We don't know. Ultimately, there are good arguments on both sides. Like the tears in the eyes are gone, but those masks are still there. So why would they be there if they're not part of the blob? We don't know.
That is true. That's a good
And
point.
like, doesn't MatPat think Elizabeth is Vanessa?
Somehow.
Or-
Yeah. I
still haven't seen part 2, so
we're not gonna get too much into this
yeah.
today, but
So Elizabeth
think
might be
it's-
off the table for discussion.
I think
for
it's
now.
possible. I think Elizabeth and Charlotte are around in Security Breach, but not in the blob.
Interesting.
For Charlotte, I think the Nightmare Staff bots, but
I've heard that some people are thinking that rather, and I don't know, this probably isn't true because of the logbook even, but I've heard that some people are suggesting that in the games universe, Cassidy is the name for the puppet instead of Charlotte.
Nope. No, I don't want to hear it. That's so wrong.
But
can I
yeah,
real quick, I want to say
I will say the only thing that it does have going for it, I'd say, is that it makes a little more sense for the puppet to be helping out.
I don't
Vanessa
know.
in
I don't
Princess
know
Quest
if
than
underscore
Chastity,
Inky heard
but
this.
I
I
don't
think Ozone has. In one of our theory discussion live streams, someone talked about how Nightmare On can be heard in the jump scare of the Nightmare Staff bots.
Okay, the Nightmare
Yeah.
Staff bots. If you fall in, you remember those guys from like the first trailer at the end, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
trashed
Yes.
ones.
Yeah.
The
that's-
fellas, the boys.
Yeah, if you fall in there, you will hear Nightmarian's like garbled noise from the jump scare. Yeah, that's
But
true.
why?
That's why I think it's the puppet. And also because of the obvious details of the tears and the in your dreams.
True.
and
That's
stuff.
that's actually good evidence.
The
That's
tears
good evidence.
disappeared off the puppet's mask and went on to the Nightmare Staff bots. But why?
That's
yes,
a good.
I
that's
no,
a good
I
point.
think I believe this is an ozone theory. An ozone theory. I think
Yeah.
that tears mean Charlotte is possessing something, and obviously you have the puppet, you have the Nightmare Staff bots, and you have the blob, but also the security puppet. Before Charlotte was even possessing the security puppet, it had no tears. I can pull up a picture right now.
Can we get a picture of the mini?
No, yeah, no, I know that's true. Yeah,
I
it
still
did
wanna
not
see
have tears. It had bright green eyes, but no tears.
Can I see the mini game? Just
Yeah.
I believe you. I just want to see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
So about Charlotte, I was gonna say, yeah, similar opinions. She's probably somehow in AR based on the lefty sprite. Kind of irrelevant though. And I was gonna say that she had moved on from mainstream FNaF because of the tears gone from the puppet mask. But now that you mention the staff bots, they got the tears, they got the Nightmarian noise. That's actually very compelling evidence.
I never noticed that. I never noticed the mini game. No eyes or no tears. So yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Now, would that mean that she is somehow now under the control of William? Because the staff bots are not nice to us. They are not
I
good.
think possibly.
Well, I mean, Mike
She-
was good, but Charlotte still attacked him. So I don't think it's a matter of good or bad. I guess. Could just be confused. Like aren't like the animatronics like describes like.
But
confused in the book?
she's aware.
She
True,
is
she is aware.
aware,
She is
yeah.
aware.
She is the aware one.
She
Also,
is.
yeah, that is really cool. But the one thing about that I am very confused about still is like, sure, I agree. That's really good evidence for Charlotte still being around. But why Nightmarian?
She's had kind of close to ties to Nightmarian, I guess.
But
Maybe
like still, it's only appeared in dreams, and Charlotte hasn't really ever had anything to do with dreams.
well,
So
Nightmare On
if Charlotte's
was in
passed on-
FNAF VR.
Nightmarian could be a separate entity from Charlotte in some way, but that would open up the question of what kind of entity is it, and that's
Right.
a whole nother can of worms.
I
Now,
do agree, Inky.
I'm
And
thinking-
I don't know what's happening with the Nightmare bots.
now
It's
hear me out.
So weird.
From an outside perspective, since the puppet in FNAF 2 never had a unique jump scare sound, but Nightmarian does, maybe they're just using Nightmarian to show that it's Charlotte rather than...
Perhaps, yes.
It's also very hidden away, kind of.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, that would mean, by extension, that the room with all the sticky notes is Charlotte's room.
That's my question.
I like that.
Ooh.
That's
What did they
interesting.
say?
But then why
What
is there?
did the,
but
what
why,
did this, I'm gonna need to review what those sticky notes say.
They
But-
don't say much.
But why is there a picture of the why is there an Afton table in there if that's Charlotte's room?
Well, that
That's my
part...
question.
This is all very confusing.
It seems like we have like a Charlotte cult, right? And then
So what?
above the cult, we have a table of Aftons. And
Yeah.
it's so strange.
How many?
It is.
Wait, how many?
So
kids,
maybe the staff bots, maybe the staff bots represent the souls of the children. The sticky note room is like their place of suffering almost, and like you said, above that is the Afton family, symbolically that they're almost like not ruling over, but like William has exerted his power over all of them by killing them.
Say that again, Psychic. What were you gonna say?
Hold on, I need to find something first before I. Okay, so you know how there's a bunch of sticky notes of like 3 kids and stuff. There's like three. It's always 3 kids.
Yes.
Afton family kids, perhaps?
And children.
I was thinking this.
Interesting.
What are you showing?
Oh, so the
The
picture that
bullies?
they put on the
The
screen
3 kids that locked her out.
is the
Maybe I don't know.
yeah
I don't. But they're described as friends, so I don't know what
Yeah,
that
it seems
implies.
from
kind
the
of.
FNaF 6 security.
But
Where
It,
the
seem, it seems kind of random to do that. Maybe I don't know.
Where the frick did you get that screenshot of that minigame?
online, I search up 6 mini.
The internet.
Yeah, that looks fake.
Yeah, she's
but
never smiling and they're never sad.
Oh, well, okay, but there are kids that like lock
But
her
it
out.
still counts.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It still counts.
I don't remember.
Yeah, the kids are what matters.
I mean, there's
Um,
like other ones where like there's like William killing all the kids, but the thing is,
the colors of the post-it notes.
weren't there? There were kids blocking the door, weren't there?
These 3 kids locked her outside.
Yeah. It was either 3 or
But
2.
I
But
do
anyway.
think
3.
I do think the 3 children connects more strongly to the Afton family than
Yes.
some bullies. But yeah, it's all very confusing. I think it's funny because you get the security breach, the Pizzaplex, and for the most part, everything's simple up there. But the second you take one step underground and everything gets confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like confusing stuff. I feel like Scott definitely had the most influence on the trash area segment. All those little Easter eggs in there. That feels the most like Scott storytelling.
Mhm.
Like the table and the poster Easter eggs.
I feel
and
like a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of info like doesn't fit, I guess would be the right word. I don't know. I feel like it's weird.
Yeah, it is FNaF.
There's a lot of contradictions in this game. Yeah.
With every question answered, there are 10 more questions. That's just how it's been. But one thing that does have like a lot of like concrete evidence, and that like that's very clear in what it's saying are the lore bags
Bag.
scattered throughout the bag. Yeah.
Yes. Hello,
Bag.
everybody, and welcome to the bag segment where we talk all about
Psychic
lore bags.
Psychic really wanted to do this segment.
What is the bag segment?
We talk about the lore bags.
Well,
I-
I can pull up my
I wanna-
website where I have all
Yeah.
of it documented.
And
I agree,
that
I was gonna do
website,
that just now.
website is linked in the description for all of you.
It's the most useful thing I've ever done with my life.
Yes. wait.
That's a little sad.
I don't know why I said yes. Oh, that makes me feel like a jerk. Oh gosh. Where is?
Wait,
FNaF
Anyway.
lore
wait,
document
how did
transcript.
I break
Duffel bag
those?
documents.
How did I break those buttons? Those buttons aren't supposed to be that small. Oh, my code.
Anyway, the duffel bags.
I
My
wanted.
code.
Bag.
Our lore bags.
I wanted to just
Bag,
name this episode bag, but we
bag,
compromised into
bag,
just having.
bag.
this.
Yeah, that would be bad for branding. We just named it bag.
What happened to my code?
4 underscore.
But underscore here has done an awesome job at compiling all of the lore bags on his website.
Also,
So-
all the leaked AR emails and every employee ever mentioned in the FNaF franchise. Did you check that one out yet?
That is really cool.
Did you check that page out yet?
I haven't. Oh, there's
Do
so
it
much
right now.
Oh my
You should
gosh.
put all the Fazbear Frights people in it.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
See all the
Another-
crossovers.
Yeah.
another
Yes.
project.
This
Another
company
project
employee
for him,
database
wow.
is just the mainstream stuff. I'll find all
This is
the
one of the
people
duffel
are
bags that
invested
is wrong. It's bad, very bad. It
in.
says
The mazer size instructions.
move blue to the corner. You move green to the corner. It's
I
green
think, well,
with tacos.
maybe the blue like in one corner lines up with the green tacos over the vent cover. You
That
know?
doesn't
I
make
gotta
sense.
fix my code.
I don't want to talk about green tacos again.
My code. What the frick are you guys on about? Green tacos? What?
That's
I'm like a mile behind. What is going on here?
okay. So in Mazer size, remember like there were the panels in
Yes.
the maze.
Oh
So,
my gosh, they had taco designs on them, didn't they?
right.
One
the
of
one
them.
that was like The one that you had to line up to get into the maze, into the vent, had green
El
tacos
chips,
on it.
green tacos.
So we remembered it by like, oh, the green tacos. We got to get the green tacos in position, you know?
That's so interesting and stupid at the same time. I love
It
it.
is. I love it.
Just like everything we do on this podcast.
So,
Interesting and
are the duffel bag documents in order?
Okay, so here's the thing. There isn't an order because the order you find them in, there's no order that you find them in.
Got
Wherever you go is where you go. So I have ordered them in what I believe to be chronological order.
Interesting.
Some would happen at the exact same time as others, and some
sense.
don't even matter. But like they're pretty chronological as to what happens first.
I was wondering why the first one was at the end.
Yeah, because that's when the game starts.
Hello, Gregory. It is me, Freddy.
And the thing is, that's not even a duffel bag. That's just an email.
Right.
So I'm looking at.
True.
There's some interesting ones like torn paper. It's happening.
My favorite.
Do we
I
actually talk about Bonnie?
love it's happening again.
My favorite section is the arcade conspiracy.
That would be my favorite, but
Starting at BBW,
it
starts at BBW maintenance log and ends at arcade conspiracy, where a dude basically goes mad trying to solve the Princess Quest games.
Right, and I voice acted that for.
And he gets
Ozone.
fired.
I would like it a lot more if it led to something, because it doesn't. Because we can't play all the mini games, so.
Yeah, it even mentions
it's-
Chica's feeding frenzy, and we can't play that one.
Yeah.
I think I think if they were to update the game with like these mini games or the arcade games, they should add glitches to Monty Golf and add Chica's feeding frenzy along with glitches,
Yeah.
and maybe you unlock something if you get all 3 glitches.
I
hope
think
they
they should
do that.
absolutely do that. Steel Wool, if you're somehow listening and care about our opinion at all, which you probably don't because we're just random people,
Can I interject for a second?
do that, please.
Interject, please.
I need to. If you look in chat, it's not what I just posted. That's irrelevant. I was going to show you.
It's a picture of Freddy, like, shocked or something.
Okay, look at this. This is in the new game theory. Big FNaF Theorist live stream, February 19th.
Ooh.
Whoa!
I want to try and see if I can weasel my way in there.
Let's go.
Let's
After this, we'll take a look at it and see.
Yes,
Actually, I'll watch it right now and tell
we'll do
you
a reaction
how,
or something.
if
we're
All
gonna
right.
do a reaction after this. Maybe what if we could?
We gotta get our tickets.
We gotta get everybody
We gotta get our
to
backstage passes.
we gotta get everybody
I'm gonna
to
skip to
add
the
Matt Pat
announcement.
on Twitter and just say let these guys in. When is this video going up? It's going up.
Oh yeah, please.
It's-
I don't use Twitter, so I need somebody to log.
Can we
in.
talk about theories for
Yeah,
once?
I'm gonna watch the thing right now and see. I'm not watching the entire video. I'm just gonna check the announcement and see if we can get
All
in some
right.
help.
This
Okay.
this video
One
goes
of
up.
these
Oh,
duffel bags.
duffel bags.
Wait,
Bag.
what? Duffel bag.
One of these duffel bags that I like are talking about the staff and why there are staff bots in the Pizzaplex.
Right.
Right.
And I
yeah.
really like this. This is really cool.
Top
Yeah.
10
Like-
lore bag.
Yeah, it's like all of the staff are like coming in at 11:30 p.m. From someone, and then
Yeah.
there'll be cake, and then they get replaced by the staff project because they
I
go
think
missing.
they got killed
Yeah.
and replaced with robots. It's very interesting because
Yeah.
how do you just make like a bunch of staff go missing without any attention from, I don't know, anyone?
It's just what Vanny does.
I guess so, yeah. All right, top 10 lore bags. Number 15. Hi, Dave. Customer complaint. You should fire Dave. He sucks. Number 10. Torn paper. It is there. You can't see. Alone in the dark. I found the key. Number 9. Hello, Gregory. It is me, Freddy. I will escort you to the main entrance. However, I am unable to leave this room. You should have no problem. There is a button on the wall that will open the door to the back room. I will make it accessible to you now. Number 8. Red flag. Maintenance log. I did it. I did what you wanted. I beat parts 1 and 2. Why won't you turn on? What else is there? Tell me. Number 7 is the one I'm on. Chica report. Errant behavior report. Chica's personality chip has always been a bit quirky, but the new pizza-flavored Monty Mystery Mix slushy syrup has adverse effects on her programming.
Inky, how
She
much
has
longer are you doing this?
What's number 1?
She has attacked patrons, employees, and staff for it. It is recommended that Monty Mystery Mix should be recalled before we're inundated with lawsuits. And number 1. It is happening again. Customer complaints. Why did you reopen? Everyone remembers what happens to those kids. Happened in past tense.
So, about the...
Make sure you subscribe to Watch Mojo.
I just checked the game theory ending thing. So apparently...
I did too.
So basically there's going to be one more FNaF theory, so it's going to be a 4-parter.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be like that one theory that they did like back in 2015 where after the theory there's going to be a live discussion. With
That's
like
cool.
So everybody watching the dark rooms, at MattPat on Twitter and tell them to let the dark rooms join.
Or
No,
yeah,
say Inkyink and Ozone and Psychic and underscore, because our names are probably more recognizable than Darkroom's podcast.
I think we have a few connections that I think we should probably use to do this.
I wonder if MattPat will glance at my name and go, "Wait a minute."
He was in one of my theories. Look, there's one connection that we haven't used yet that was very recent, right? You know who I'm talking about, don't you? And it's not the musical one. It's you know what? That's too vague. Just say it in chat.
Yeah.
I think this connection might help.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Maybe,
If we can get on a MattPat theory stream, that would be really friggin' cool.
Yeah.
So, if there's anything you in the audience can do to help, I'm not expecting you to because I have no idea how you would. That would be really cool.
Just like voice your support on Twitter. Like that's like the best way to get things done, I think.
Maybe I'll use my Twitter for once.
And do it politely, please.
Yeah, politely.
Do not demand we are on the stream.
Yes.
That would look very bad.
It would look
As
bad.
usual, we've gone off topic.
Yeah, but
We're the
do
Dark
we have
Rooms
much more
podcast.
to?
Do you like expect?
Do we have much more to talk about?
True.
Do we have much more to talk about with the lore outside of the MattPat stuff that we need to save for another episode?
We haven't touched on Glamrock Bonnie, but I mean that's kind of obvious.
Yeah, Glamrock Bonnie got murdered in an alley. Anyways,
like a loser. Like a loser. So, is there anything else to say? I mean,
I'm not sure. We've kind of covered a lot.
Are the
Sun and
Glamrocks
Moon are
possessed?
criminally underutilized. That's. I don't think so. I don't think they're possessed.
I think they could be.
Well, okay, yeah, because it all depends
There's
on who you think.
There's missing incidents.
Yeah, it all depends on who you think Freddy is. If Freddy is like the crying child, if Freddy is bite victim, then his friends that he talks about is probably the Blob. If Freddy is Mike, who the frig knows who his friends he's talking about are? And if Freddy is what would the third option be? Because, yeah, I'm not sure.
William
the Glamrocks, no. if Freddy is just another, like, newly possessed one, I don't know. That doesn't seem likely, but either way, his friends seem to be the Glamrock animatronics, so if Freddy is, like, either not possessed or, like, just the programming is taking over, he would call them his friends. Otherwise, it's possible that they're possessed, but they do talk about personality chip in the lore bags
They do.
that I dramatically read.
That's very true. Yeah.
And so it seems to me like they're just very almost borderline sentient robots that are infected with glitch trap aggression.
I gotta say one of my favorite things from Security Breach is how flash or the Faz cameras are only sold in Monty Golf, but it's the one place where they aren't allowed to be used, so they often get confiscated.
They get confiscated, and I doubt they get returned.
Oh, definitely not. They just resell them.
Exactly, and I love it. It's Fazbear Entertainment at its finest.
Yes, I love Fazbear Entertainment.
Give us your money, and we will give you
Nothing.
nothing.
We'll kill your child for free.
It's donations.
Yeah.
Donations, guys. Just you don't realize you're donating.
Come to church. The Fazbear Church.
The Church of Freddy.
Church of
The Church of Angel Gabriel.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Freddy has just ascended. It's just him now. The church,
One
the
eternity
church
with
of
Freddy.
Fazbear. One eternity with Freddy. All right. Do we have anything more that we want to say for this story and lore episode?
Who's your favorite
We don't
robot?
talk about Afton.
We don't. You're right. Anyways, moving on.
So, who's your guys' favorite animatronic in Security Breach?
Moon.
Roxanne Wolf.
That's a tough question.
Mine is Gregory.
Wait, I had a funny answer, but I forgot it. I had a funny answer and I forgot it. You
I
gotta
wish-
give me-
Gregory by any chance.
I wish Sun was in
No.
the game. Awkward silence.
We're waiting for underscore to think of his funny answer.
Get the Jeopardy music up.
Just give me like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Don't Jeopardy music me.
Okay.
Let's give our reasons for our favorite animatronics.
Gregory, because that's the
Lank.
funny answer.
Okay.
Lanky animatronic voiced by cool voice actor
Kellen
that
Goff.
has a cool mechanic that's underutilized and moves around in a cool way.
Roxanne Wolf because of her massive personality.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. It's time. Oh, you've been out in the sun too long, Ozone. It's time to get you to bed.
You're the one who's talking about sun.
Right. You've been in Sun's presence too long. I, acolyte of the sun, can withstand his power.
Yeah, acolyte.
Actually, my favorite robot is Staffbot number 621.
Yeah, he's a classic.
Severely underrated.
A
What do you
true
guys think of the
classic.
staff bots? Because I know many people like hate them, like just absolutely.
There's too many of them, that's for sure. They pad out the gameplay with
The
like I don't know.
the ones
with
with specific
being
rules
annoying.
are, with specific roles are really cool.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
there was a comedy bot and there was a scrapped magician. They were pretty cool. They had like unique voice lines.
I love
And
comedy.
Mapbot, who can
And,
forget
and Mapbot, of course. Yeah.
Mapbot.
But like the regular dudes, like why does this mall have that much security? Like there might as well be
there-
a prison for how much security they have.
Is there any lore relating to the what are they called? The endos.
Like why they wake up?
I mean, they're glam rock endos.
Yeah, it's possible if they're just infected with glitch trap as well. You know?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
wouldn't
makes
think
sense to
too much
me.
into it.
Like they don't seem to be possessed. I think it's just glitch trap messing with them. You
It's,
know?
are you thinking like, oh, they're possessed by Elizabeth, which is why
No,
when you don't
I
look at
just-
her, she comes towards you because she wants.
Because
ice
that's something
cream.
Elizabeth obviously did in the past.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking that like they were interesting and like as well. Like,
Oh yeah, they're definitely
like the
are.
only thing like one of the we only saw them through the weird what's it called the things on the wall the paintings on the wall where they were like first aid
Oh, yeah.
bots, which was interesting.
Yeah. That doesn't really make sense to me because why would they publicly display like what's essentially to the public eye an unfinished robot? It just seems like weird.
I mean, it's Fazbear Entertainment.
That's true. We are overestimating their credibility as a company.
Mhm.
But do we have anything else? Underscore, do you have an answer yet?
Ooh.
No.
There's only like 5 animatronics in Security Breach, man.
Well,
Is it DJ Music Man?
no,
I like
no.
DJ.
You know what? I'll just straight up say the mini music man.
That is a
He's
good choice as
yeah.
well, honestly.
That was so surprising
funny.
when we first saw it.
That was really cool
Yeah.
to bring him back.
He's actually kind of creepy.
So is that like
Yeah,
was
the
it-
way he's all twitchy.
So
you
what
know?
was the size? Like was what size was Music Man in the games? Like in
The big one or the small one?
like in
Or the
FNaF 6.
original?
There are
The
like
original.
there are three.
He was pretty big.
Okay.
There's
This
like
little-
three
this-
sizes of them. You got the small, like you order him at Freddy
You've got the tiny
Fazbear's.
wind-up toy.
Right, you got like the small, you got the medium, and
The large is the DJ.
You
the
The
big-
get
large is worth its money.
you get a free mini Music Man with every purchase of a large Phasmac.
yes,
Phasmac.
the Phasmac.
Is that a
DJ
laptop
Music
or a burger?
Man. It's a burger. Well,
Depends. on,
it's DJ Music. It's DJ Music Man.
it depends.
You just buy another DJ Music.
On the third Tuesday of the month, it's a
One-
computer.
Third Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is that weird to you, Ozone?
Yeah, is that weird to you?
I don't get the joke.
Oh, neither do I.
There is no.
What?
It's just a random day. The third Tuesday.
There is
Oh,
no joke.
okay.
It's
just
a
the third-
burger.
yeah.
It's a burger for the entire month except for the third Tuesday. Then it's a
Here's
computer.
another topic.
I'd hate to
Just
be the guy who
quickly.
shows up on that Tuesday.
What about Snack Space and the Phasma Frights
Oh.
references?
Canon!
Oh right, the Phasma Fright.
It's
How have we not talked about that
it's
yet?
tricky. It's tricky. It's
Canon.
It's very
I-
tricky.
See, I think it is, but everybody on YouTube seems to disagree with me, so I can't put out my opinion.
The Stitch Raid is canon. Woo!
Don't get shut down, Ozone. Put
Ozone.
your opinions out
Yeah,
there.
Ozone.
Wait, Ozone, do you think it is or is not canon?
I think it is.
Yeah!
I'm with you two.
I'm
Yeah!
like, that's what it seems to suggest. I don't know for sure because I haven't looked at everything.
Why are my viewers so?
Clowns.
Ozone insults his viewers live. On
I just-
4K.
I was going to say I just everybody's like really quick to deny my theories, and I just
Sad.
it's annoying.
Oh.
Now you must know how MatPat feels.
Yeah, I know exactly how.
You guys can go console each other on the big theorist live stream if we get there.
Oh my gosh. That'd be awesome.
They hug it out from across
think
the
that-
ocean.
I think that if we were to do anything, it would probably end up being me and Ozone, because you two don't exactly do much
Yeah.
theorizing on YouTube,
That's
do you?
true.
We've talked about MatPat more than we've talked about FNaF thing.
Yeah.
No, that is objectively
I-
false.
but, like-
Ozone.
That is
Come on.
objectively-
But we're like
maybe
the
correct.
dark room package. We all have to be there.
That would be the ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
If we can get anything at all, which is not guaranteed.
Yeah. Totally. This is like pie in the sky.
Underscore. Do you have a favorite animatronic from Security Breach yet?
Who? I said the freaking wind-up Music Man. He's
Oh,
funny.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I
Was that the one that
completely
you were trying to
forgot
think
for some
of the
reason.
entire time?
Yeah, totally.
I
Actually, I like the
want-
frozen endoskeleton.
Oh, to be fair. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Ooh.
He's not even in the game.
Kinda. He's kind of there. He's in a
Wasn't he
box.
supposed to be a boss? Wasn't he supposed to be a boss or something?
Well, there's a line involving, I think you would have had to have gotten the Faz cam from him at some point.
Interesting.
Man,
But if-
I want to play Endogeddon.
Endoget. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. One of the most unsettling spots in the game was when you've just completed getting the freaking Monty mix from bowling, walk out, and all the endos crawl out from the bowling alley.
No, that
It
only
is the creepiest thing.
that only happens if you get jump scared by the staff bots.
Huh?
Yeah,
Or maybe are
That makes
we
sense.
sure?
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it didn't appear for me before, and then I remember they just appeared after.
You've
I got
got to
jump
wait a
scared.
bit.
I wish it was
You-
more fluid.
It could be a coincidence, Psychic. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish there was like a cutscene where it showed all of them crawling out, and then you had to like run away.
I'm sorry, Ozone.
rather
Did you
than-
just ask Security Breach to have cutscenes?
Yeah.
Oof, big oof.
What's the issue?
They don't very much.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking for them.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. Do we want to wrap it up, guys?
I think we'd say we wrap it up.
I think we've talked about pretty much everything as far as
would
except
you like to
MatPat stuff and the CDs.
would you like to do the outro because you did the intro?
I don't mind.
I'm putting you on the
but I
spot. Do it. Do an outro right now. Go.
Holy crap.
don't-
Where is it? Where is it?
Hey,
Where is it?
beautiful people of the internet.
That's not your
Welcome.
line.
Back to shut up. Welcome back to the Dark Rooms podcast. We'll be excited to see you on the third episode next week. We will be talking possibly about Matt's theories. I don't know.
We don't know,
Can I
especially because if there's
we could have
I
a special guest.
just remembered we left out the most important piece of lore in Security Breach.
I'm doing the outro.
But bears are extinct in Security Breach.
Oh,
No.
Go to my resource
So if
drive,
you-
go into the Dread Unit dialogue, and you'll find one that talks about how bears are extinct.
That
Yes.
is
So, if you don't want to be
exceedingly
extinct by whenever Security Breach takes place,
2072.
then make sure that you smash a like, you follow the podcast, and yeah.
Subscribe.
Don't trust me on 2072. That was just a random number.
Comment your thoughts on the episode, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you guys in the next episode.
See you later.
Underscore and Ozone for the FNaF Theorist live stream.
See you later, Monty Gator.
Why the fuck would you say that?
What have you done?
See you later, Monty Gator. What the hell is?
He told me nothing.
I'm calling this episode. He told me nothing.
No.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
Bye bye.
reaction.